Please welcome the director, co-director of the film, Ernesto. Welcome, Ernesto. We only have one microphone, so we'll have to be cozy. So, yes, I'll start with a couple of questions, and then maybe the audience has some questions to ask. And thank you for bringing this very special film to Izola, which is the film I think works particularly well open air, which we saw last night, but also indoors. So the most obvious question is, Hassan, the star of the film, as well as Arayo, the director, how did you first meet Hassan, and what was the process of deciding that this would be a film subject?
Okay, Hassan used to live in my grandfather's village, and he worked with my grandfather. And he really wanted to buy a tractor to my aunt. And my aunt one day called me and said to me, there's a guy here that he wants to buy the old tractor, and we don't know how to do with the tractor. It's a really old one. And he really wants to come back to Morocco, and he wants to go by driving the tractor. And Fran and me, we were working in other projects. And while we were talking about new ideas for other projects, when Hassan and his tractor, it was in the conversation, it was like, no, we have to meet that guy and find out if there's a story behind him. And we found that story behind him, and when we met Hassan, we realized that that story, it wasn't about Hassan. The story was Hassan, and we decided to do with him, not with actors. That decision changed everything, because if you want to make a film with your main character is an actor, it's a real guy, you have to be to help that decision to go in the same way. So we decided to do the film like this with non-actors, and that's it.
So when we see, for instance, the police or the man who's filming the deer, were these just people that you happened to stumble across? Because obviously nobody says, oh, there's a camera. Like you would have thought the man that who's filming would say, oh, you're making a film too. Yeah. So clearly, there's some degree of staging or something's going on here.
Yeah, of course. And we shot a lot of the scenes that it didn't work because people look to the camera. It's normal. but no, we shot like a feature film, not documentary. We had our own script, and we always knew what we wanted to happen in that scene. But the difference with a normal feature film is that we worked with improvising and non-actors, not professional actors. So it was just more difficult, I think.
Because obviously it was very fortunate that Hassan is evidently very comfortable with the camera, and he's very comfortable talking to people.
Yeah, but at the beginning it wasn't.
No, this is the helping hand.
Yeah. No, it's something funny because we haven't done any proof with him, camera proving or nothing.
Like and a
test with him, no, nothing. And when 2 days before starting shooting, we decided, okay, well, let's prove, let's test Hassan with the camera. And we did the scene that he discovered the tractor, and it was horrible. It was Hassan like, oh, this is an old tractor, I'm going to see the tractor. Oh, it's not good. And we were like, what are we doing with this guy? The people are in here, the team are working. In 2 days we have to start shooting, and oh my God, this is gonna be horrible. But I don't know why the first day it wasn't the best one, but he was learning, and at the end he was like, no, this is my shot. Afterward, to the other actors, afterward it's gonna be yours. Don't worry. Or to the team, like, stop. We have to do for the sun. No, he was learning, and at the end he was like a professional actor. Yeah.
An interesting thing in the film is that there are several moments which we don't see. For instance, where we don't see him meeting Leo, the man who's working, who has his hacienda, and we don't see him leaving Leo. And also, we hear that there are some problems getting the documents, and Rashid is there. And then again, we don't see how this progresses. Is that because it didn't sort of please you the way that it worked, or was it because you, what stage in the editing process did these things come out?
Now, for Leo, for example, that part we wanted to do that like this. We thought before it was in the script. It's like Leo trusted Hassan, but he really used to do that kind of things. That he was living in the middle of nowhere, and he's doing his stuff, and he left Hassan there. But it's something normal in Leo. He's peculiar, and sorry. Yeah, too much smoking yesterday. No, but you mean that there's many scenes that stopped, like suddenly, and some of them it was because we couldn't do it another way, but some of them it's because we wanted to do like this. It's like when you studied at the university at script. I remember that I was told that you have to be in the scene later and to go out early. And that's something that I really like. I don't want to tell all the thing. I think that just with the middle of the scene, you can understand everything.
Did you have any contact with Massey Ferguson? Because
the
film is a kind of, in a way, an advert for the resilience of these tractors. What was their reaction?
Yeah, when we tried to get money from them when we were shooting, and they were not interested in. But after when we finished the movie, he are like very glad with us, and yeah, they are supporting us. He made the t-shirts, the posters, and
perhaps they could actually have a Massey Ferguson El Rayo line coming. This could be the next thing where it's already got the lightning bolt, perhaps.
It would be nice, yeah. No, they want it's fun. They want us to show the movie in agriculture festivals,
like trade fairs.
Yeah, that's it. No, it's okay for me. I don't mind.
You get different questions, more technical ones, the nozzle or the screw or something like that. The film that's always mentioned when people describe this film is the straight story of David Lynch.
Yep.
Which does that. I know the directors sometimes get annoyed when another film is always mentioned, but this is, 15 years old now, so it's in the background. Did you watch that and then think about it, or did you try to get away from that?
We watched the film and we tried to not to do anything similar. And we always say that it's the only thing that those movies have in common is that to travel with an agricultural vehicle. That's it. Nothing else.
And they both have nice protagonists who want, you want them to get there. You're not against the protagonist. Perhaps somebody in the audience has a question for Ernesto? Yes.
Why did he name that El Rayo?
Yeah, El Rayo means like lightning. Yeah, lightning.
Like a lightning bolt,
yeah.
because we see on the side of the Arroyo there is actually a bolt.
Yeah, I draw the lightning myself. Yeah,
Because obviously that lightning is famously very fast.
yeah, yeah.
And the tractor, actually the tractor isn't so slow, because
Yeah.
when you see the aerial shots, it's going.
Yeah, the aerial shot is, I made the shots also. It's the only shots that I made, and it's made not in a helicopter or something. It's in a parachute with motor behind. And
So you were in the parachute.
yeah, I was in the parachute. Yeah, with a camera in my hands, because the cameraman got sick. He tried, and he got sick. I go, "Whoa." And I did that.
That's something they don't teach you in film school. Aerial parachutes. And it's interesting that you left the noise in that shot, because in most films where you get aerial shots, whether it's helicopter or parachute or whatever it is, they take the noise off so that there's illusion of the eye of God or something, or I don't know what it is. Why did you leave the sound?
Yeah, that sound is in every shot of the tractor in the road, but you cannot listen that in because there are a lot of noise. But it's the same noise in every shot when you're looking at the tractor, and that's because we wanted the people to feel that it's horrible to travel in a tractor. It's really hard. The noise is disgusting, and we decided to keep that noise in every shot in that the tractor appears. Just for the feeling, for the viewers to feel that disgusting feeling that to travel in a tractor 20 hours a day.
And the camera crew is, for most of the film, behind him in another vehicle.
Yeah.
Were you in another tractor, or did you have something else?
No, we were in a pickup, that pickup. It was funny because we lived like crazy guys in a pickup. We were like 10 persons in the team, but the 10 were in the pickup, and we never have other vehicles than the pickups, and we got them for free. It's the village where we were on the road. They gave us for free, rented them for free. No, gave us. I would have like 5 cars. It's not.
Well, one of the subjects of the film is that he's relying on, it's the line from Streetcar Named Desire, the kindness of strangers, and most of them are kind, but some of them are. What's the line where he says, "I help you crash," when the man doesn't stop and help him. But in your experience, this is reflecting Spain. Most people will help you.
Yeah, that's reflecting people from small village in Spain, and secondary roads, small village, and rural
areas.
Yeah, rural areas. Yeah, and people in Spain some people used to criticize us because of that. He said, everyone is so kind, it's too kind with Hassan, but it's what we really found in it's our experience. It's not the same in big cities. Immigrants in big cities used to live in a ghetto, but not in a small village. They are completely integrated, and that's what we found, and that's what we wanted to tell.
Does anybody have another question? Yes, at the front.
Yeah, do you maybe know what's the distance between Spain and Morocco? Or like how many days does it take you by tractor to?
Well, we shot 4 weeks. This was like normal shooting. But Hassan told us that he thought that he can do it in 2 days. He's a kind of crazy guy. And in 2 days it's not possible. It's like 2,000 kilometers or something like that. I don't know. He did it that trip twice after the film, and he said that he can do in 3 days, more or less. I don't believe that.
It's nice to be optimistic. At the end of the film, we see children that come to greet him. This is his children, because he's away for 13 years, and these children are younger than 13. So he's made other visits backwards and forwards, right?
Yeah, his first 4 years he couldn't see his family, but after that he got papers in Spain. My grandfather made the papers to him, and he was. And that scene is for real. That his children haven't seen Hassan in 6 months, so that's why they are so surprised. And they didn't know that we were shooting, so that's why they are looking at the camera. I love the moment. It's like revealing the trick of that is. And we in that scene it hasn't got subtitles because his mother and the people is telling, welcome you and your friends behind you with the camera.
You could always just put a cheating subtitle that says, welcome Hassan, it is so nice to see you. Say nothing about these strange people with cameras behind. Spanish stuff, we have Don Quixote, there seems to be this great tradition of this Spanish road movies, which maybe Spain invented the road movie with Don Quixote and Cervantes and all that sort of thing. As a Spanish person, what is your position within this kind of great tradition of the road movie? Did you always say, one day I will make my Don Quixote?
No, well, it's a point that Hassan started this trip in near the place where Don Quixote, La Mancha, yeah. No, it's very, very close. It's like 10 kilometers from, and he's a kind of Don Quixote with his Rocinante. But no, it's the story find us. We didn't want to tell. We didn't think about road movies or even social films. No, just Hassan's story found us, and we went behind him. That's simple. Yeah.
Sometimes simple is the best. If anybody has a last question for Ernesto, otherwise please join me in thanking our guest. He's been here all week. We can't get rid of him, and hopefully he'll come back very soon. Ernesto de Novo.